everybody, today I'm here to show you a quick video demonstration on how to cut a mango. And I want to say thanks to Carolyn for giving me the suggestion to do this. So there are basically two ways that I know of to cut a mango. The first one that I'll show you is for someone who eats a lot of mango or their entire family does. And if you're in that category, I would highly suggest you buy this handy mango pit tool that will make your life a lot easier. If you don't eat a whole lot of mango, just every once in a while, I would just stick with cutting the mango with the knife. But if you eat it a whole lot, this tool that only costs a few dollars will really save you a lot of time. So I have my mangoes. I've already rinsed them and patted them dry. Remember, that's a good kind of rule of thumb anytime you eat produce, to give it a quick wash and dry it off so you can remove any debris or bacteria that might be on the outside of the fruit or vegetable. So every mango is different. They could be small, they could be big. Really, you are going to have to kind of play around with the pitter to kind of get comfortable with it and figure it out. But basically, you can put the mango on either end, and you're going to line up the hole on the pitter with the very top of the mango, hold it in place, and then you're going to slide down. This one went really smoothly and really easily, if you can see that. And if you give it a little jiggle on the cutting board, then you can slide it right back out. And in the center piece, you've got the pit. The pit is kind of long and thin, and you'll know when you hit the pit because you'll have immediate resistance. So once you do that, I like to take a very sharp knife, and I'm simply going to score the mango, and this makes it easier to remove from the skin. If you'd like, you could just take a spoon and wrap it around, or like I said, you can cut it. So all you're going to do is make some kind of shallow cuts along the length, like that, and then go the other direction. And you're not cutting all the way down through the peel, you're just cutting through the fruit. And then you can go ahead and pop it like this, and you can see all the cuts. And it makes it a lot easier to just slide your knife along and remove the fruit. So you'll get nice little squares of mango that you can just toss into a bowl. And as long as you have a sharp knife, you can cut through this like a butter, basically. And of course, I like to try to get as much fruit as possible. I don't like to waste any, and I don't like to leave a lot on the peel or around the pit. So you can do this a couple times and just get closer and closer to the skin to make sure you get all that delicious fruit. And if it doesn't look too pretty when you're done cutting, don't worry about it. That's the great stuff to throw into, say, a smoothie. So you've got the other half, of course, that you can do the same way. And then you've got this center piece that is around the pit. I don't want to just throw this away because there is still a lot of delicious fruit on it. So carefully with your knife, just go along the edges and keep going until you get that resistance of the pit, which I am right there. And you can see it starting to show just a little bit. But just run your knife along and get off all the fruit that you can. And make sure that you're careful when you do this, and I probably wouldn't recommend you have your kids do this portion because the mango becomes very slippery. The juice makes it super slick, and it could slide out of your hand while you're cutting. So I recommend you do this instead of having your kids. And you get a piece like this that has the peel left on it. Again, just hold it in place and slice it right off with your knife. Okay, so that's how to use the pit tool. I'm just going to do a quick wipe of my board because it is getting slippery. And I'll take my knife, and let's say I don't have that tool. I don't eat mango a ton, so all I'm going to do is going to take my knife, hold your mango firmly down on the cutting board, And you're just going to slice into the top and try to go as close to the center so you can get close to that pit without cutting into the pit. And you'll feel it. I felt that little bit of hard resistance right in the center. And you do that on both sides. Be very careful when you do the second side, again, because it will start to get slippery from the juice once you cut into it. So basically you've cut that and you have the pit remaining. You're going to do the same thing where you slice off both sides of the pit to make sure you don't lose any of that fruit. And then go ahead and score and cut your mango like I showed you previously. And once you pop it, you'll have that beautiful little square design. And if you want a quick snack, you could eat it just like this or grab a spoon and scoop it off. So I hope you enjoy and get out there and eat some mangoes.